Welcome, Gemini Collective. This is your reading. Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or if you've clicked on this video and feel guided. I'm a Gemini Sun, North Node, and Venus. So I definitely do resonate with the Gemini Collective. All right, so Gemini Collective. Let's see what's going on. I was seeing number 4, so foundations, I feel like are being connected with. Looking at foundation, what do you look at as the material growth, the material structure of your life? Really looking at those little holes and cracks. And really, I feel like the mind is creating. The mind is so powerful with Gemini. It's a genius, it could be, but it could also go mad, right? So we have both sides, and there's the power. Yeah, Gemini is a powerful mind. Mercury can also be a trickster, so getting too wrapped up in the mind can be a bad thing. But if you know how to be in balance, it is a beautiful thing. All right, so Gemini Collective. See what's going on. So, firm foundations. But I feel like your mind is creating these different analogies, this different understanding of what you see as a structure. Not really as in the physical, but I feel like your mind is restructuring how you would create a foundation. Creating a foundation. So it's at the stages of really aligning and being clear-cut on your thoughts. Understanding that thoughts are very powerful. That's part of the foundation. Seeing what mountains to climb. There are more than one. Instead of just climbing that one mountain, just getting to the top and not really knowing what even is at the top, just wanting to get to the top. I feel like there's multiple mountains. So different levels, different outcomes, depending on what you are truly opening up to. All right, look at that. Oh, I saw miracle harvest when I was looking at that. Material harvest. But it really is the miracle of oneself. How you can create, take something that has been broken down and build it up in a different mannerism with patience, understanding, growth, looking at the obstacles as ways to grow, because of all the breakdowns, shakeups, and having to start over has taught you what not to do, what you don't want. And making mistakes is extremely important. I feel like we're taught that a mistake is a bad thing, but when we make mistakes, it takes us away from that possibility and turns us closer to our goal. So there's enlightenment within the negative, right? Is a light with the dark, and thinking that when we fail, it is something we should beat ourselves up about. No, it's the wisdom to know that choosing a wrong direction just makes the right direction more available. So this is like bringing in that energy, welcoming all the flaws, welcoming the lows and the highs as part of that's where you find your vibration. That's where you find your balance. Is understanding is a teeter-totter of life. Can't always just have positive, there has to be this energy of growth from disappointments. We do align with the wisdom of the stars. We do align with the success through the mistakes, and seeing that as part of the initial awareness. All right, and we have accelerated motion, number 8. So this is that strength, that motion is the motion, the frequency, the energy is really sped up. This is one of the spirit cards. So just like air, frequency, it goes really fast. So this is almost like that just like your voice speaks a lot of wisdom. This is part of the throat chakra, communication. Mercury is the mind. So accelerated means almost like this awareness and putting that awareness into motion, speaking true to who you are. Speak kind words, that what you speak is what you harvest. So this is all about manifestations, communicating with your higher self, and it's like that mind over matter. And look at the mountains. You can see the mountains. Oh, that's beautiful. The mountains, right? All the mountains, but being this accelerated motion to connect with your mind and to understand that those mountains are not all meant for you to climb. It's looking at this in a different way. Perhaps staying too grounded and trying to climb the mountains when you're meant to look into higher visions, using your mind, not just your physical, using the material harvest energy to put into motion, not physically having to climb the mountains, but in sense, climbing the mountains in your mind. Visualize it in your mind. Will accelerate the rest and rejuvenation. Number 4, it's been a time of connecting with the earth, structuring your thoughts with the earth, coming back to your roots and redesigning the plan is really coming back to who you truly are and connecting with like your root chakra, ancestors, who you are meant to be, who you are and not who others is it's almost like doing less in the material and doing more to understand this inner strength, inner wisdom. Being very connected, it's a very Mercury energy. Being very connected and understand that we heal from the earth. The earth has everything we have to offer. The structure comes from the ground, comes from the seeds that we plant. The seeds come from our mind. There can't be building something physical with no understanding of what you're doing. It's all about the mental connection. During this time of this material rest, really seeing this energy is transmuting. It's taking it from the energy from the root chakra, and it is coming back out in your crown chakra. So it's being illuminated to all the possibilities. Letting go of the burdens. It wasn't about climbing all the mountains, getting to the top. It was about the inner work, the motion of the inner work, and how truly strong. Climbing those mountains was all about understanding that you're setting your mind that you can do it. Now you're being elevated to knowing you can do it and not having to prove it, not having to prove any material growth. But there's a divine connection with where the body is able to rest with meditation, but your mind is exploring different dimensions. Allows you to connect and grow. Grow a deeper understanding. So there's a lot of energy coming in, a lot of information, a lot of communication, Your mind is going to be going through a lot. So let your body connect and heal. We have moving on, number 6. So I see like this is the energy of moving past these mountains, these challenges, these overburdens. There's a need to restructure, reconnect. Let's see what's in the hidden. So it's in the moonology. The moonology is we're going to the truth in the dark, revealing anything. All right, it's all Pisces energy, the unknown. What is swimming around in the unknown? This is for Gemini. Message for Gemini. Feeling some big energy connecting. Gemini, you are the mind. Mercury, so your mind is connecting. You are one with the earth, and the earth is giving you information. It's all about allowing your mind to disconnect from the busyness. And this is the one, okay, this came out earlier. I just reshuffled again. I saw Taurus as well. New moon in Taurus, so this is like new roots. This Taurus is all about earth. New growth, new cycles, connecting with the earth. All about the Empress energy, cycles of divine love, divine growth, divine balance. Look at the bigger picture in the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is your opposite sign. And the bigger picture is all about the spirit world, right? It's all about the airwaves, the connections, really when you quiet the physical and you open your mind, it will guide you, expand your beliefs. So, yeah, it's all about going beyond the limitations that were set in place. Anything that learned on this earth from a book, this is beyond. This is knowledge that is from the stars, it's from the universe. The planet is trying to show you that the material world is keeping you stuck in a harvest where it is, the foundation is built in walls where we're meant to, the collective, all meant to go outside of that box. So what's outside of the foundation? Setting a new foundation that is getting back to earth, grounding, roots. You're feeling stuck in this dense area, wooded area. Like this is part of, okay, so being lost, feeling lost and isolated was all part so that you could reconnect and come back to your true self and know that you are the true energy of harvest. Your mind creates anything here. And this is all about the harvest of the cycles. Sacred, the sacred feminine. And what needing to let go, what was needing to balance, what was needing to be taken in the material world was so that you could understand that you can have, you hold the power to bring the energy, new life, new roots. And you're able to bring this energy wherever you choose. Your harvest is within the mind, the alignment. Setting firm foundations to firm roots to grow. It's a healing energy, taking the truth from the dark and bringing it into the light. Not looking for it in the external world. It's all within. And that's why no matter if you're lost in the deepest forest, you still have anything you desire. Looking at things from a further direction, looking at those mountains that you climbed, and how looking at the picture as not a material gain or a win or a finish line, but it was so that you could see how far you could push yourself. The motion, the physical, created the motion of moving on from those growths and gains in the material, and looking at it as inspiration that was not happiness. But now seeing that and attaining is putting motion into your own inner work, harvesting a lighter aspect, lightening the load, seeing above and balancing patience. And we have the Taurus. This is where you have your success, the Empress, starting a new cycle, bringing love back in, growth. She is always growing. With growth, there is lessons to grow, because the cycles are always continuing. So as you grow, you're also rejuvenating, you're also rebuilding, restructuring from the bigger picture, from everything that you've learned. So this is all mind and fire inspiration, inspired to grow. Explore adventures. It's very at home energy. You have the ancestors with the stars and the earth energy. So it's rooting your energy. And you're exactly where you need to be. Just clear the mind and allow yourself to align. So it's getting out of that box energy. The structure is look outside of the box. It all starts with you see there's a lot of aligning. Like these two cards are both very deep spiritual cards. So this is expanding your mind, expanding your consciousness. It's almost like the Temperance energy. Rising above the situation. Moving on from the old is accelerating this new. One with the body, one with the mind. The more work you do is not the picture. It's looking at the picture from a different perspective and getting back to the key elements. You see we have the blue, the red, and the purple. Green and red. It's embodying all the essential elements and really taking in the growth, the creativity, the love, and the information, the beliefs. It's almost like looking above, seeing your own inspired to create a new foundation. All right, Gemini, let's do some clarifying for this. All right, so there is accelerated information coming in. Going to be making some decisions. there has been a time to move on from a way of a belief, a way of power, control, on the way foundation growth was looked at. So I feel like moving on to looking at the material as a safe place, and now moving on to accelerated motion, the spiritual world, really connecting with beyond. Look at that, 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is all about putting that motion back into your true happiness, what you see as the complete family, happiness, emotional connection, connecting with what you truly desire is creating a new way to give and take, a new way to balance how we look at equal, how we share, really bringing balance, looking at emotions, looking at wish fulfillment, starting new beginnings, traditions. The way we complete each other is the way we want to be treated. So this isn't traditions. So looking at traditional views on marriage, traditional views in family. There's a time for change, that the foundation needed to be broken, and just to honestly give up that kind of the traditional beliefs and what makes a family, and creating your own belief system that is a equal give and take. And it's not about tough love, and it's not about, well, this happened to me when I was growing up. It's all about patience and looking at the positive things that you learned as we were growing up from our family, because we have the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups. So it's all about family, and this is like new inspiration. So it's like that aha moment of looking back at all the lessons I've learned, and yeah, it turned out great from my belief system, but what could I do if I could take one of these and change it and make it even better? Teach how to love, you know, with the love, with emotions, needing to an ending, death, an ending to how we looked at victory with this hot and cold energy, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Wands. So it's cutting something out. There's a rebirth and a restructuring of how we have looked at the way we look at opportunities, and looking at how, almost like looking at the past and how we would have liked to be raised, how we would have liked to, you know, what could we do better? You know, not doing things the same, and the same cycles needed to close and ending. And this is the victory, is letting go and being able to accept that not everything that we've learned was all right. And sometimes that's hard to admit. Belief systems need to come down. Marriage is the way we look at very traditional values. And this is new inspiration for growth. You know, like, aha, this is how we can use this energy to inspire passion, and not coming in all clumsy and, you know, well, this worked for me. Well, okay, let's inspire a new beginning. You know, let's take a leap of faith in a direction of those mountains that are in the past, the mountains that we had to climb and that we learned when we were growing up. That's sure great. We all grew, but why don't we take those lessons and put them into a new growth, and and there'll still be mistakes that our children need to grow from, right? They'll still have chances to grow, but with new inspiration and a new way of looking at things. There's a reason why we always, with Virgo, change, look at something and we can transform it better. Why not? You know, with material growth. Look at how we look at material growth. The wisdom, sharing the wisdom, sharing information, planning patiently, strategically, taking something and making it better, taking values and creating something that could change. It's a victory. Growth. Not coming in hot and cold, coming in fast, but coming in strong, patient, wise, but also still making mistakes. balance. All right, there'll still be a path. There'll still be something that has to change. I saw the Four of Pentacles. There'll still be something that we all need to grow. And it's like, that's the growth in it, is prosperity, is that the cycles is, they'll always keep spiraling. There'll still be more cycles. There's always an ending and a beginning and a middle. And that won't stop. It's the endless cycles. But it's the offering and the opportunities to take these growths. Take the growth. And we look, taking the Seven of Pentacles and making the Eight of Pentacles. Taking something and making it stronger. Planning from the cycles of growth and being resourceful, being patient, being resourceful, and creating something that is stronger. And that is with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that's earth and fire. That's inspiration to take these opportunities to grow something that is stronger out of having others go through the same cycles of feeling lost, you know? There's no need to make others go through things that we've already seen this path to grow from, seeing the balance, seeing the justice, to clearly show the path, show the values, not to restrict, to help, to guide, to grow. And there'll still be those times, you know, that will still need to grow. There'll still be other options. There'll still be other leveling up, spiritual awakening, but moving on from those old cycles and not staying in them, and looking at the traditions that we need to move on from is this accelerated motion that the universe wants us to take, to not stay in these cycles of rut, of conflict, when we've already gotten through them. It's like the Knight of Wands, going back in hot and cold, like, I'll go back in and do it again, you know, like, okay, but let's just move on to the next cycle. Hangman, I didn't see that there. It's growth within the unknown, growth within the cycles. It's being enlightened, being guided, and being comfortable in the growth. Understanding that growth is part of it, and the unseen is that inner work. All right, so Gemini, that is your reading. If you're feeling guided to this, like and subscribe. All right, you are the mind over matter. So know that you're all about focusing on the bigger picture and growing a whole new way of looking at values and love and happiness. All right, so know that you are growing something stronger out of growing something stronger on a stronger foundation that is really going to go beyond anything. Going to go beyond anything that we've ever been taught. All right, so this is all about, know that you trust your mind and trust that what you are being guided towards is all about the awakening, and how you're being shown how powerful you truly are. Until next time, bye.